In July 2012, a team returned to Juba in South Sudan to continue the training of science teachers in doing practical work. The Institute of Physics funded the physics part of the course, enabling the training of 16 teachers from across the whole of the country. The people are friendly and warm. There is a vibrancy about the children and teachers alike. But it is also a country of contrasts, not least in the school system. While some enjoy new purpose-built classrooms with science laboratories, others make do with very little. It is with this background that the Institute of Physics aims to make an impact on the teaching and learning of physics in South Sudan. Apparatus from England was shipped from Heathrow to Juba, along with apparatus from the Institute's workshop in Rwanda and equipment made by the students of Clifton College, Bristol, allowing the training of teachers to happen.
My name is Matthias Isaiah Tanga. I have been teaching for almost 25 years. I was teaching only theoretically, and this is the first time now to come and attend a started training which is involved in the practical.
In those years, of course, we were in war and there was no laboratories. What we were doing in the schools, we were just teaching the students theoretical. And practical things up to now in most of our schools we don't have.
The students they enjoy physics, but they are lacking practical parts. Actually, we are teaching theoretical part, and it is hard for them to understand some of the things.
One part of the course was to encourage the teachers to think about how they present the physics ideas to their students. Models were introduced to explain the physics ideas being taught. Much time was spent carrying out the experiments, practicing the techniques, and ensuring the teachers were confident to do the experiments themselves. For some, it was the first time they had tried to do practical work.
The first day, learning about Newton's motion, and with a lot of experiments in it, like the rocket, and today I learned something concerning circuits with good experiments.
Yeah, I learned a lot about how the concept can be explained practically. The approach is so simple. You start with explanation and you use the model to explain your lesson.
A vital part of the course was to give the teachers experience of doing the practical work with their students. To help with this, every day the teachers being trained would work with a group of students from the host school, spending 45 minutes showing the students the experiments.
It is very, very important when I take this one and to the class, and then the student will more understand easy.
I'm Robert K., the deputy head teacher of the school, as well as the head of the science department. I've really valued the practical work, especially in the science subjects, because it gives some motivation to the learners that they are able to visualize and even touch some of the things which the books put in theoretically.
My pupils will have that love and actually have the belief on the theoretical part related to the practical, because they can see with their own naked eyes and they prove the truth about what is written in the theory into the practical part.
Oh yes, physics is practical and is what you can see daily, and I believe that as I do it practically to them, they'll be able to see and they'll enjoy it.
It became more practical. We could do it in class together with the learners. It appears to be some kind of fun, but it was something really enjoyable.
At the same time as the physics course was going on, chemistry and biology teachers were trained to do practical work in their lessons too. Chemicals were shipped from England thanks to a donation from the Society for Analytical Chemistry, along with glassware and microscopes from LabAid. The teachers spent the week learning and practicing experiments in chemistry and biology. For many, it was the first time they had done experimental work. The close-up of the head of a mosquito amazed them.
Well, my name is Amos Longamodi, the Director for Quality Promotion, State Ministry of Education. Today we have marked the end of closing the science and training, of which it has been very, very good stuff that we in the Ministry of Education, Central Equatorial State, really benefited. Because our problem in the Southern Sudan is that we lacked science. Science is becoming a problem. And so our need for science training had been the priority, and we are privileged that the Institute of Science have really tried to help us, and this training hopefully we are sure that it will improve the results of the students.
It was with much joy that the teachers returned home at the end of the week with their apparatus to take back to their schools. One of the other aims of the course this year was to train science technicians to work at the host school. This was partly to organise and oversee the apparatus that had been given, but also to train them to make apparatus to be used in the laboratory. Machines were shipped out to allow the production of science apparatus from local materials bought in Juba. It was good to see the enthusiasm of the young technicians as they immediately started to make apparatus that could be used in the classroom.
I look great to be a technician because my father also is a technician in printing press, and it's been great to be a technician.
Going to South Sudan and being part of the training is a real privilege. A few £1,000s goes a long way to make a real impact on the experience students and teachers have in using practical experimentation, something we so often take for granted in our schools.
Yeah, what I think I needed is to see a very well functioning laboratory in the school where each child could at least be able to do practical work by the end of the 3 years as they join their university.
If you would like to be involved or sponsor the work carried out by the Institute of Physics, visit their website at iop.org.